Good morning and welcome to this Guru Mantra meditation. Hello. Hi Bree, welcome. Hi Karen, other Bree, Lucy, Sophie, Tay, welcome everybody. Good morning. Hi Prezi, Shazma Patel, welcome, and Belle. Hey Haley, Nazna. Hi Chris. Good morning. I'm not outside today because it is crazy windy. So unfortunately we don't get another tour of Tussie Mussy. This place is stunning, but I thought I'd bring a little bit of the Australiana flowers in next to me. I found a little spot inside that I could co-opt as our Instagram meditation space. How is everybody wherever you are? And how is your practice? I'm interested to know if any of you are practicing by yourself. Sunset here in Tennessee, USA. Shauna, yes, you're in Tennessee. It sounds so exotic to me. Has anybody started to meditate even in the evenings, or I'd be interested to know if anybody is doing a bit of self-practice. Let me know how your own meditation practice is going. Your mum's just agreed to come over and make a chocolate cake with me tonight, so you're pretty happy. Okay, not on topic, but I'm really happy about the chocolate cake for you too. So that's good. Great, Brie. Good morning, Francesca. Thank you for having me again in this beautiful place. I was saying that it's very windy here, which means I can't do another tour of the grounds. However, hi Chris. Yes, in the evenings with Deepak. Did some mantras when you couldn't sleep. It was lovely. Yes, I will do that as well when I can't sleep. White Moon Whispers. You drop into mantras randomly through the day. Thanks, Bree. That is something that I want to talk about. Morning Mel. Hi Claire. For those who've just joined in, we're talking about whether you're able to continue on your practice in your day. Today, your North and South nodes are shifting into Gemini and Sagittarius from Capricorn and Pisces. Okay. So we have an astrologer in Tennessee, which is great considering it's a full moon. Yes, small medis from time to time, also at night when I feel anxious. That's great. Yoga Nidra is bliss. Oh, great. Thanks, T. I was wanting to maybe record some this afternoon. You feel like you have days or weeks where you're strongly drawn to meditation and periods when it feels like a real chore. Warren, I'm occasionally doing the evening practices, the connection evenings from TLC membership. That's awesome. Great. Bruna, your Yoga Nidra at night and mantra during the day. I started your Yoga Nidra. It's amazing. Oh, that's great. I want to do more for you at different times, like maybe a 10-minute, a 20-minute, and a 30-minute, I was thinking, and having different focuses for each of the Yoga Nidras, because it's such a powerful tool to align with whatever we need, whether it's health or whether it's manifestation, whether it's shifting through grief. I mean, you can use that as a process for so many things, so I want to do more. Hi Kirsty, hi Katie, welcome. Hi Angie, hey Danielle. Good morning. Yes, your body is so relaxed. That's good. Judy, you get caught up in mantras and can't get the cycles out of my head. They become like a song that gets stuck in there. Okay, so I want to tap into that. Buongiorno, Simone. You finished your daily breathwork on the TLC community. Bliss. Breathwork is the key. Very powerful. I'm glad that you're dropping into pranayama. This is great. I love meditation. It helps me with anxiety. It certainly does. It helps with so many things. Definitely anxiety is one of them. And if you find that the mantras are arising naturally within you, please carry on with that. And as I've mentioned in previous teachings, the word mantra, man meaning mind, but it isn't just the mind of the head, it's this kind of heart mind, the mind that extends through the whole body. So man means mind, and tra is the protective tool. So mantra is a protective tool for the mind. It's something that we can use to stop ourselves from dropping into addictive patterns of thinking. Patterns of thinking, ooh, the sun is shining right in my face. Addictive patterns of thinking that we have been in a cycle of for our whole life, whether it's negative, whether it's hyper or manic, whether it's worrisome and anxious. The mantra is the protective tool. So when you have a mantra going on in your mind, then you're not in obsessive intellectual thought, that narrative, the narration, which is always going on. It's like there is literally somebody narrating every aspect of our lives all the time. And the yogis were really calling us out of that intellectual way of being to drop into a felt sense, a spiritual way of being. You did the pranayama this morning too. Amazing. Well done, Brie. A protective helmet. Yeah, that's a nice idea. It's sort of like the mantra is almost like this kind of bubble around the head to stop you from overthinking. Mind blown, Brie. You've been using mudras with mantras and chanting. And mudras are another aspect of the yoga practice, and they're about a realignment of energy. So a mudra is a very subtle practice that builds over time. So when you first use a mudra like this, you might connect in with it. You might suddenly sense that there is a shift of your energy, but it is definitely something that over time, it's almost like NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. When you come into this mudra, you know that the mind knows it's going into meditation. But it is much more than that. It is a realignment of energy, and the more that you work with mudra, and there are many different mudras. There's internal mudras, there's mudras with the feet and with the tongue, and those in the mentorship are working with other mudras as well, not just in the hands. But you start to feel or sense a shift of energy. It's very subtle though. It takes a mind that is quiet enough to witness, to be able to sense the difference and the change. And this is what we are doing all the time through the meditation practice. Good morning, Nafisa. Welcome. I just kind of launched into some discussion on using mantra throughout your day and working with mudra as well. So I wanted to chat or kind of give some talk, because I have my computer here because I'm inside, and I wanted to read out what somebody had written to me. Sammy has said, "Hi Cyan, so lovely to virtually meet you. I've been dropping in on some of your daily meditations. Thank you so much for sharing. Today's meditation, I got to a certain point after chanting into silence where I almost felt levitated, and I started to feel like I was spinning in one direction. And then later on when you were cueing, I started to spin the other way. It was a little overwhelming, but I sat with it, and I'm not sure what it was, but I'm wondering if you've ever experienced something similar." Yes, this is actually this is a very powerful experience to have, but it is not an unusual experience to have. And, you know, I've been getting some of these questions I'll get to. If I don't get to your comment today, because I've just gotten onto this one, feel free to send it to me in a message, especially the one on PTSD is a big one. When we are working with mantras and meditation, we start to access the subtle energy body. And sometimes I will have it in meditation where it feels like my whole body is, I'm like this, but I'm not. I'm seated like this, but it feels like I'm kind of going somewhere else. And this is an activation of pranamaya kosha, the astral body or the energy body. And there is a sense that as you activate the energy body, it starts to travel, it starts to move and shift. And this is an expansion of the energy body. It is a moving of the energy body. The physical body isn't going anywhere, but your perception of the energy body is awakening. So it's a powerful experience if you have that. There's no need. You get that strange, it's a strange feeling too. You get that too. Yeah. It isn't something that is unusual, and it's almost something to again bear witness to. All of these experiences, or spinning, shifting, levitating, these are powerful experiences that we want to witness and not become too attached to, because they are not the goal of meditation. So sometimes people can become very attached to the gifts, the siddhis as they're known, SIDDHAS, siddhis. And these gifts can be a little addictive and can take you on a path away from what yoga is. Yoga is very clearly a cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. And if you can kind of allow the mind to cease this constant barrage of thoughts, this constant turning through mantra. So many of you are saying that you're using it throughout the day. If you use mantra as a tool to get out of the mind, then you're practicing yoga in everyday life. That is what yoga is, to be out of the mind, to have a moment of complete clarity, because there's no thought there. Good morning, Sari. So there are many gifts that we receive from the practice, but they're not aspects that we should be clinging on to. So if you suddenly feel you're more clairvoyant, for example, I'm not sure where to go to not be in the sun. And that will happen as well. You'll start to pick up on people's energy. You'll start to understand and feel into people with greater depth and ability. How about there? And these types of things for the human mind or the ego can be a challenge not to become attached to. There are many yogis who use their powers for manipulation. There's a lot of yogi teachers who get into trouble because you do start to have elevated states and elevated experiences the more practice, the more work you do. So it's really important that as we carry on this path, all that we receive from it, we remember what the primary goal is. And it isn't to receive all of these way out experiences. It isn't to kind of tap into the alluring siddhis, the gifts, the powers that come through the practice. But it is to come back to that deep self and work with the mind without distraction, because all of these things can also become a distraction. So, no more distracting words from me. Thank you, Sammy, for sharing that. And it sounds like you're really dropping in and experiencing your energy body, which is really great. So have a stretch. Move through the head if you need. And when you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable meditative position, whether that is seated, lying on a chair. And take a deep breath in the nose, out of the mouth. Another deep breath in the nose, out of the mouth. One more breath in, exhaling out. One round of Om. 90 people around the world. We work with the mantra Om, a protective tool for our practice. We take the palms to face up for consecration. Consciously, we let go of all of the distractions, all of the aspects of the self that fluctuate constantly, seductive in their negativity, their manic nature. We let go of that side of our mind for this practice. Let go of that mundane, monotonous, repetitive mind. And elevate your consciousness to align with Buddha consciousness, stillness, freedom from thought, the eternal aspect of your being, that which connects to divinity and bliss. And from that elevated positive state, we consecrate, offering up all of the karmic fruits, anything we might receive in this practice, offering it up to a greater power and waiting for a response. You'll feel it from above. Rub the palms quickly, feeling the heat of the light in the palms of your hands. Cover your eyes, take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Move the hands through the head, the shoulders, arms, body, the legs and the feet. Keep the eyes closed. Rest the palms, perhaps in a mudra of your choice. Maybe tip of the tongue, tip of the thumb and forefinger to touch, although those who know Kechari mudra are welcome to take it in the meditation. We continue to work with Aham Prema. I am love. Feel free to chant this mantra out aloud with me. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Making it a little softer now. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Let it become a whisper. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham to be internally repeated. The silent internal mantra, Aham Prema. Aham Prema. And if the mind becomes distracted, please bring it back to the mantra, Aham Prema. And continue to allow the mind to be absorbed completely. The mind that extends through the whole body, vibrating with the mantra, Aham Prema. And if you become distracted, it's okay. Come back to this sacred mantra. Let the mantra resonate. Let it vibrate within your body. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. For the final few moments, really hone your attention onto the mantra Aham Prema. Let yourself be completely absorbed by the mantra Aham Prema. And now please let go of the mantra, but keep the mind focused, experiencing, perhaps even for a second, a moment where there is a cessation of thought, of fluctuation in the mind. This is the experience of yoga. When we bring the hands to prayer at the heart, rub the hands. We'll sing Pratasmarana Mantra Sloka Cha, the first half, for those who are in the mentorship, they are practicing this mantra. Otherwise, you can listen in to the sound, the vibration of this particular mantra, which is a calling for us to be open and awake, to receive that which we need to see and hear for our soul's highest learning. Om Bhadrang Karnebihi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashe Makshabhirya Chatraha Stirerengai Stushtuvargam Sastanubihi Vyashema Devahitin Yadayuhu. Shanti mantra together. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We bow our heads towards our heart, the mind that moves through the whole body, the mind that at its core, like a candle flame, is its stillness when we stop moving around, that bright light, the stillness within us that exists, to that we know and feel, that we see and honor in all those 100 people who joined us this morning. To that we bow and say, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me this morning at Tassimasi. Being in nature has been really powerful. I feel very blessed to be in isolation here. Love ISO. Can I say that? Thanks, Fran. And for those of you who are enjoying the learning aspect, again, I'll just let you know that Jamie and I are running a 20-hour teacher training online, which is a philosophy. I look luminous, thanks. I think the light is just hitting at the right angle. We're running a 20-hour online teacher training. So if you're interested in going into philosophy and history, that's there for you all. I might stay another night here, I'll see. I've been feeling very Hugh Hefner. I spend a lot of time here in my dressing gown. I really understand the whole dressing gown thing. It's a good look. It's a little chilly here, so it's great. It's been the TMC this week. Thanks, Jack. The TMC? I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm missing something. You had a beautiful vision this morning. That's wonderful, Narelle. You love ISO too. Thanks, Mel, on the front line. Thanks, White Moon Whispers. You are all my bunnies. I do have a deep... I think that other yoga teachers would maybe sense that as well. When I connect with students, even as it's online, I have this deep feeling like I need to protect and hold and take care, and like a very strong love for the people who join me in practice. Thanks, sis. Oh, Tassimasi. Okay, yes. Okay. The shortened version of Tassimasi. Sorry, Brie. Yes. Just without the 3 male bunnies. But you said there are real bunnies there, right? What are the 3 male bunnies? What's going on? I'm missing the back end. There are real bunnies. There are real bunnies hopping about here. It's a virtual retreat. I know. I'll just give you a bit of a, oh, look at that. Heaven on earth. I'm going to put my Hugh Hefner look on ASAP. I'm going to put a fire on as well and make the most of isolation. I hear the roads are again getting busy. Oh, Playboy bunnies. Yeah. Okay, now I get it. Hugh Hefner and his Playboy. Sorry, Yes, I am Hugh Hefner, but with my real bunnies. Okay, yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah, you got it. I'm sorry, I'm a bit slow. I'm post-meditation mind. But look at that, stunning. Maybe we do a quick windy walk for those who can stay for a moment. It's wild but beautiful. I was hoping to be able to do the full moon here tomorrow night, but the internet is it's not good, which is great. You know, like I'm kind of grateful that the internet isn't great here. So I might just have to do a bit of a moody session on my own tonight here because it's wild and magic. But I'll be doing the full moon deep breathe, so it'll be a pranayama set. It will be quite soft. I mean, we'll still go deep, but that will be tomorrow night live for all members on the Light Collective, so I'm excited about that. It is wild and windy down here. Mish, you're so lucky that your sister-in-law owns this place. I hope that you make the most of it. You have a view of the moon on the rooftop. Amazing. Well, you never know, Al. You should do it out there. So if anybody has questions, because I know that there are a couple and the trauma one is a big question, send them through to the Light Collective so I don't miss them or forget them. There are a few comments in there, and the comments are great because it allows me to use them as kind of fodder for teaching, which I love to do. Thanks, Prezi. And thank you all for joining. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Use the mantra in the evening and see if it brings some space from this non-stop work in mind. I hope that for you. Much love to you all, my bunnies out in the world. Love your Hugh Hefner yoga teacher.